What is good, everyone? Welcome to today's aftermarket trade recap. Just going to go over this one trade that I took in the PM session today, and it was a break-even trade, which I will get into in a sec. But before that, just going to kind of go over the AM session and the daily outlook. So I didn't really have too much of a daily bias coming into today, besides wanting to possibly see, I believe, yeah, this buy side level to get taken out, and that was around last night. I had formed that. Once I had seen we came down a little bit, after that wasn't like very heavily leaning towards that buy side level anymore. Um, the Asia and London sessions were pretty weird, especially London or Asian session around 8 p.m. where we dumped like 300 points. So coming into today, didn't really expect much just because of the volatility that we had overnight. However, at open, there we just straight plummeted down, and once we took out these equal lows, got closed below this low, it seemed pretty obvious we were going to take out London lows. I almost took a setup right here, as you can see with this fair value gap. I think it was going to be like a 3 minute close, and we ended up just running through the what would have been my break even, which is also a set of equal lows. It was honestly setting up to be a perfect trade, especially with such a confident draw on London lows. Could have entered, but it would have been breaking my rules just because we had already taken out the internal low. So yeah, that's kind of what happened in the AM session. And then once we took out significant form of liquidity, wanted to see us retrace back up. And once we were coming to the PM session, had a little bit of 15-minute buy side levels I was looking to take out. But once we had taken those out and started retracing, this is where we get to the setup I had taken. And basically, if I do have it turned on. So basically, I wanted to see the AM high, or actually the high of day, be taken out, and that's what I was looking for on the trade. During the lunch session, really pushed up, like I think I had mentioned, and then again we had retraced, and once we had got a retrace, there was a entry I had missed that I ended up forward testing, but it's not so much I missed it. I actually hesitated on it. I was hesitating. I was like, yeah, if I'm hesitating, probably not a good setup to take. So, yeah, I mean, I would have got stopped at a break even on that one, anyways. And now this one, I definitely wouldn't say is, a major good setup. Even though it kind of could have been if we were holding something significant. It's more so just the fact that price action is why I would say that. But as for we have a confident draw on liquidity, equal highs and internal highs, so it honestly wasn't a terrible setup. It's just more so my confidence with how choppy price action was starting to look to be. So yeah, again, I did take this on micros just because, again, like I said, price action. That's the only thing that was keeping me not super confident. Plus, I didn't know exactly where my entry was going to be, and I already knew the stop was going to be larger than I would like on a mini. So I ended up entering for 4 micros, and yeah, I mean, let me just run it on NQ here. So I think it was a 2 minute close, if I believe. Yep, 2 minute close. Um, if this will load. Okay, there we go. So I know that once we get the 2 minute close, I actually almost missed this trade too, but this is exactly where I got in at this price. Anyways, though, I let it go for a little bit, and then we eventually ended up tapping back in. That's when I got filled because I had set a limit order of exactly where I would have got filled on the candle close. Stops were here. And again, this is on this is backtesting on a mini, but I think my stop would have been like $140 if I'm not mistaken. So very manageable loss for about a $300 take profit if I'm not mistaken as well. And yeah, then just again, like I said, very choppy. I haven't had a trade like this in a while, but I was honestly very considering closing it around break even just because, like I said, price action is just was not making me very confident. But I was like, I'll just respect it, see what happens. See right there, as you can see, we literally got a few ticks away from hitting my break even. After seeing that with how price action has been, I moved my stop to break even though we didn't take out that internal high. But I was like, I don't really care at this point. I kind of want to just get out of this trade the way price action is looking. Did end up taking that internal high, which was a 5-minute internal high. And of course, just the way price action is, ended up getting stopped out at break even. Just if price action wasn't so choppy, price action was good, then we would probably run through that break even or that internal high, at least taking out these equal highs. If not running to the AM session high. But yeah, I mean, again, price action today was iffy at some points. Good during lunch hours, so definitely a weird day. But that's pretty much it for today. So yeah, just one and done in the PM session, ended up being a break even. And yeah, that's it for today. Hopefully can have a good week. But like I said, that is the end of today. So I'll see you guys sometime this week. Peace out.